All right, I'm in the house. Black Power, I'm in the house. I'm in the house. I'm in the house. Family, what's going on? The saga continues today. What's going on? Let me get my lighting on over here. Getting a little dark outside. I like it. I like it when it's early in the day because that sun, that just show you that digital light and got shit on that solar light. You know what I'm saying? We talking technology and shit. You know what I'm saying? All this digital shit, that shit don't function without sunlight. You could use you need damn near 3,000 goddamn light bulbs. Nigga, 3,000 light bulbs. When it's daytime, this shit, nothing can beat it. Straight up. Nothing can beat it. Talking about sunlight. So today, we continuing with the final color. You know what I'm saying? As we deal with the color spectrum. You know what I'm saying? And we've already did black. We've did and I'm dealing with the colors that were more profoundly used in ancient Egypt. Okay? In ancient Egypt. Hold on. Come on. And we're gonna go over them colors in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But we see that yellow, which in many reflect, and then they use, the color paint, the yellow paint on the face, and you see that, in Africa, you see it in the Naga Kush, India, you see it in Brazil, and then you just see it in a lot of it's a very vibrant color. You know what I'm saying? It projects energy. You see what I'm saying? And as it projects energy, positive energy, electric energy. You understand what I'm saying? We see that gold is also an electric conductor. Okay, it's also an electric conductor, and so many people believe that the pyramids very well could have been uh, electrically and even solarly wired, to produce energy, lighting throughout the pyramid because people got to understand. And many of them pyramids, see, you got writing all in the tomb, up under the tomb. You understand what I'm saying? And the writing took place after they put the pyramid or the temple there. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna put no damn, you ain't gonna put no writing on no damn pyramid on the end unless you got lighting. How else is you gonna see? And you can't do if you use any type of fire, you're gonna have soot. You're gonna burn the damn bricks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because many of the Arabs, and many of the vagabonds that went into Egypt and Africa, well, Egypt particularly, when we dealing with the temples, you had the vagabond Arabs and the nomads. This is after the civilization failed, and they would light fires inside of the temples, and the smoke would go up to the ceiling, and damaged a lot of the damn paintings and this, that, and third. So when you think about all of the particular, down, especially in the Valley of the Kings, and you got paintings on the walls, all up and down, deep inside of them. You got to have some light, and it can't be no damn, just no fire, because the evidence would be that they would burn the damn bricks, and then you end up burning the damn imagery on the wall too. So we would believe that our people who have been so highly advanced in so many other areas, you know what I'm saying, that they would have known electricity and especially solar power. You know what I'm saying? Being that the sun, and looking at the science of it, is not all that hard. Not for no peoples that building like that and create structures. So for us to sit here and act as if the ancient Egyptians, our ancestors and the Nubians could not have created solar energy, and electricity is foolish. That's very foolish. You know what I'm saying? Very, very foolish. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and like I said, this is just the beginning. If you watch the 5G melanin manipulation, then you understand that we dealt with the frequencies, how they manipulating frequency, but they also manipulating the colors too. You know what I'm saying? If you watch how some of them motherfucking when they brainwash, they take one color, and they just keep blanking them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Until it damn near drive you crazy. So you got color manipulation too. You understand what I'm saying? You could, along with all the frequencies and the color, the colors also emit frequency, and it's also based on your perception of that color. You understand? That's why they have to continuously put something on the color. You understand? Over and over, like stop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To where they could blame. You will stop, nigga. You won't even your mind and your body and shit and subliminally will stop. So they ride these frequencies and these colors with certain kind of information. And if they could project that shit, you know what I'm saying? Again, when I watch them war movies and they get them terrorists in there and then they put something and they keep running it over and over and over and over. That's psychological. That's psychological warfare. Okay. And so we got to know what's being. So once you understand, color is also programming. Bottom line, color is programming. Music is frequency. See, that's why you got to understand that our spirit moves on a certain frequency. That's why, today, that's why the white people's and shit. You know what I'm saying? Is riding a lot of our beats and shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, and so you can become, accustomed to listening to white people on an African platform. See, they wicked. And still I'm not listening. Bitch, get off my radio. I'll take the motherfucking radio out before I listen to some shit like that. But that's how you get motherfuckers to like a white boy or a white girl, in the hood and shit. They get to riding them beats and they'll get black writers, and that's the frequency. Yeah, and they'll ride that frequency with whatever information that's on attached to that frequency, that shit going to a particular area of your mind. And along with the colors too. So it's very powerful that the information that you're hearing, that music, that 5G was a hot Wi-Fi and all of that shit, any type of frequency, you understand what I'm saying, is aimed at a particular area of the brain, you understand, which will along with the information that's registered or attached, and it goes there and it does, and not only does it go to the particular part of the brain that's been they didn't study the emotions of peoples, and not just all people, because everybody emotions is not the same. So they got this shit racially, engineer, you know what I'm saying, where it hits certain people's a different way. They know the frequencies of the Asians. They know the frequencies of the Caucasoid. They know the frequencies of black people. So they can adjust this shit to any particular group. You understand what I'm saying? And most definitely they're gonna aim it, well, in control of the world, they're gonna use it in whatever function and whatever aims or objectives that they have on any particular people. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to use that to their advantage and to bring about their means and to bring about their objective. You see what I'm saying? So color means a whole lot. Even when them babies and you open up them books and they got colors in there. You understand what I'm saying? And they attaching those colors to a particular story, to a particular emotion. You understand what I'm saying? And the babies can, and you continue to fuck with and they'll run the same publisher and this, that, and the third. They'll keep that shit uniform all the way up into a certain grade to where it's almost subliminally where you attach certain information, where it's depressive information, whether it's a violent information, whatever it is, that you subliminally attach that particular information to that color, to that frequency. So when you see it, your mind automatically, subliminally, whether you even recognize it or not, you're being programmed. You know what I'm saying? You're being programmed. So it's a lot of time you got to keep, number one, keep your eyes out of their realm. The shit that they watch, the TVs and shit, it's gonna be almost necessary, man, to have you probably have to have a padded room. You understand what I'm saying? And fucking nigga, and keep it, if you even doing that, you have to have a padded motherfucking room. You know what I'm saying? With your little TV, so the shit don't come outside of the house. You can't have that shit all the way through the house, man. You got to have some safe zone. But with Wi-Fi and all these damn, towers out here, they can just emanate that shit all through the damn house. You know what I'm saying? But there is things in nature that can deter those frequency. The colors, you have to learn what we're doing today. We're dealing with yellow. Now, let me go ahead and, get the visuals up here. So, we could, get it popping. Let's get it popping. And like I said on my last video, family, I want y'all to go to my Patreon. I want you to become a patron of the General Seti. My link is right in the video description, because the YouTube, they threatened by General Seti. They threatened by the information that I give, and so I have to go on platforms that where I could teach. And so they talking that bullshit, which everybody already know what that means. So you go on and become a patron of the General Seti. I'm gonna turn up over there. Believe me, if you look out, I'm gonna make sure that I turn up and that what you get over on Patreon, you won't get nowhere else, because even over here, I'm gonna be hard body. But most definitely over there, I could give the information. And then, with them messing with the general, they didn't send a message to me on the General Seti YouTube page that my information is not the information that they willing to deal with. So I'm okay with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna still upload on General Seti, but it can't be the type of information. And even this is going into an area, because I'm revealing a whole lot of shit about they punk ass. And they don't want nobody revealing this type of information and getting the people prepared to deal with this shit. Okay? And getting them and revealing to the people that they're being programmed at all times. Every fucking time you wake up, you're being programmed. Every turn on TV, you're being programmed. Google already know what the fuck you want before you want it. You could type one word in, and you'll think they was in your motherfucking brain, because they've been saving every fucking thing you ever typed in, this, that, and the third. And so they automatically know step one, step two. If you put in one, they already got about 50 to 100 words that's connected to that word. So as soon as you type it in, they already got a drop down of what the fuck you want before you even type 2, 3 letters in. So that lets you know, man, that they watching, they type, and if they can, they program. You know what I'm saying? When you put something in, they could if you want shirts and pants or whatever fucking type of product you want, they can dictate what store you go to. You know what I'm saying? They could do all of that. Even if you want a product, they know how to spin it to a store where they the ones that getting the economic benefit. So they good at this shit. So we got to wake up and understand it's time to move out of their platform. That's the best way. Create your own goddamn platform and understand this brainwashing and make sure that we speak about it. You know what I'm saying? Because the best defense is knowing that it's happening. If people don't know it's goddamn happening, they're not gonna defend against it. Now, when we looking at some of these colors of ancient Egypt, and I use ancient Egypt, the Nile Valley, which is primarily, it's some variations, but we dealing with, a lot of the various colors that were prominent in ancient Egypt. You see the Egyptian blue, they got the Egyptian blue too. You know what I'm saying? It's a little lighter. You know what I'm saying? Almost it ain't turquoise, but it's a little lighter, but it's a blue. It's a real light blue. Azurite, lapis, indigo. And then you got malachite, you got verdigris. You got these these is green colors, turquoise, which is a green color. You understand what I'm saying? You got the yellow, you got the various yellows that they use, and red, yellow, and orange is all aspects of solar divinity. You know what I'm saying? And the red is a more vibrant, more aggressive color, but the yellow is a more calm, a more regal. You understand? Because when you're dealing with gold, gold is also an aspect of yellow. You understand what I'm saying? Gold is an aspect of yellow. And you can, go into the scriptures where, you know what I'm saying, where Ra is called the golden one. You understand what I'm saying? Which, so gold is an aspect of solar divinity and royalty, the sun and his cosmic kingship. You understand what I'm saying? It was the premier precious element. You understand? Gold being an element of the ground. So it was the most precious stone. Well, I think gold is a stone. It is a stone. You understand what I'm saying? So this was what, and it have to be mined out of the, it has to be brought down to a liquid, and then it's brought back to a solid state via some type of mold or something like that. You understand? Which gives it is whether it's a sarcophagus, whether it's a medallion, whether it's a necklace or whatever it is. Okay, now what's even more profound, that Nubia, which was a term used by the Roman, Nub was symbolic of gold. So when you speak of the Nubians, when you speak of the Nubians, and I'm gonna run right back up to the colors. You know what I'm saying? When you speak of the Nubians, you speaking of the golden race, because Nub symbolically means gold. So when people ask you, say they always talking about land of the bows, as if we weren't just pulling no damn bows. You know what I'm saying? They act like we was just some type of infantry and shit, and we was very skilled craftsmen in the elements, in the gold, and the precious stones, and creating all the magnificent furniture, a lot of the magnificent jewelry, a lot of the magnificent sarcophages and statues that were made with this gold, made with all of the precious stones that we're going to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So the Nubians, in fact, most of the bigger gold mines of ancient Egypt were in Nubia. Okay, so when we speak of the Nubians, we speaking of the golden race. You understand what I'm saying? We speaking of the golden race, which shows, and not only that we were the children of Ra, that we were the children of the sun. So a lot of times you see that combination of gold and black. You understand what I'm saying? That's you going because the black shows the significance that we are of dark black matter, that we are of black energy and black matter, but we are also of the sun. Those two profound elements in the cosmos. You know what I'm saying? That gives existence to everything in the cosmos. Again, any and everything in that's living on this planet is a carbon-based creation. That's it. Everything, whether it's plant life, whether it's human life, is a carbon-based creation. Everything is of carbon. So that's why, again, you see many of the, uh, uh, many of the creations, whether it be sarcophagus, whether it be gold chests, they always have this black and gold combination symbolizing the sun and black matter of the cosmos. Okay, and so when we come back up, we see also, of the different colors of yellow, different versions of yellow used in the ancient Egypt. You see the green, turquoise, and my grandmother used to always give me turquoise when I was young. You know what I'm saying? And so I've always had a connection to turquoise. And then you see black and white colors, and so you see the chalk white, the lead white. So then you got silver ivory black, and you got lamp black. Then you got the blues, okay, and then you got the red, and so those were the most profound colors used in ancient Egypt. Now, all the other colors that you might see in the Indian color spectrum, where it goes to blend in different colors, this, that, and the third, that was in uh, their particular chakra system, which is different than the Egyptian chakra system. And I'm just using chakra so people understand that the Africans had already identified many energy centers in the body, and primarily the Indians of today got it from the Naga Kushites, which are the Africans of primordial time that lived in that area. So you can see right here, even as far away as Papua New Guinea, and as far as even Brazil, you see that the color yellow is very vibrant. It's a very vibrant color. You understand? And it reflects a very calm energy. Now, again, we're two different, all peoples on the planet have their own frequency, have their own, color spectrum of consciousness that they attach to. And through, hundreds of thousands of years of us studying, we understand how certain frequencies, how certain colors have an effect on us. And so we define the colors and the frequencies based on our reality. We don't define them based on the Europeans' reality. So when you go into his system, yellow in many instances is going to reflect sickness. Okay, you talk about yellow fever, they talking about it originated in Africa. It did not originate in Africa. Them damn Europeans used the mosquito as a mechanism to spread fucking disease like they all, and people don't understand that they have militarized certain, populations of insects and animals to spread diseases. Shit. Even goddamn, I was watching the goddamn Kubla Khan, where that motherfucker had a bunch of, I forget what types of birds he used, but he had strings attached to their tails, and he lit them afire. And because a lot of the Chinese structures was made of fucking paper and certain type of wood and paper and shit, he set them goddamn birds of fire. And you know what I'm saying? And they flew off into the motherfucking air, and that shit, them goddamn birds went right into the city that he had allotted for them, and they set that motherfucker on fire. Even through Black Death, where the rat transmitted, the black, which really is white death, because this shit was in Europe, had nothing to do. And there you again, when I say that, because you speak it and shit. You've been subliminally programmed to look at black as something negative, which reality is in their definition because their skin was turning black because they're European people. This is their definition. So you can never take somebody else's definition and and apply it to your reality. And you can never look in, through the eyes of another person and see your divinity and see what those colors mean to you. So in essence, when we talk about gold in Africa, it was the highest, as far as kingship. You understand what I'm saying? Even though black was the premier color of all divinity, because Ra was the supreme deity of all deities, yellow was the highest form of solar divinity. When we dealing with the solar aspect or the energy of the sun and what it gives to us as African people, providing the necessary life on the planet, heating this planet up. You understand what I'm saying? Being in an area of the world such as Africa where the sun is so profound. And the fact that the sun grows the vegetation is the most powerful symbol of cosmic energy in the sky. Nothing is even coming close. You know what I'm saying? At night, yes, the black matter comes in to show us that even the sun is a small symbol in the sky, but in daytime, the sun is king. You understand what I'm saying? The sun is most definitely king. So it's a reflection of solar energy, but a calm solar and a regal, and it's more of a happy. You understand what I'm saying? Color. When you light. You know what I'm saying? You're light. And so, but when you come from the European perspective, yellow is cowardness, just like green is envy, just like blue is depression. You understand? Black is evil. White people and black people are the two extremes on the color spectrum. So we're going to have the total opposite perception of anything. It's going to be the total opposite. Okay, that's just the facts. And so you can never use European definitions or perceptions or interpretations to see your reality as an African on the planet. Again, showing you, see, you got the different colors, and you see that red, symbolic of blood, and blood to the African is the essential life force. You understand what I'm saying? So you see these different color combinations, and these Africans are probably, if I'm looking clearly, they from the South Pacific. Look, these are from Africans are from Papua New Guinea. You understand what I'm saying? They use the same red ochre that is symbolic of Egypt and even the Maasai. I went over that, and I can bring that color down just so we can make it clear. It's the same. What a red at. And what you should do, you should start building some visuals. Right here, right here. I'm gonna copy that. Okay, and I'm gonna bring it on up. You know what I'm saying? And empower yourself. Program yourself, because nature is talking to you. And if you've been deprogrammed, nigga, and you don't hear nature talking, you ain't gonna get the messages. You won't get the necessary messages. Okay, so when you look right here at Papua New Guinea with the red ochre, and you come right here at the Maasai, you understand what I'm saying? And you see, and that's even darker. The one, is darker, but evidently symbolic. Not only the sun, but also symbolic of blood, which is the life force of anything. Even chlorophyll is the blood and melanin of the plant. and you kill it and you squeeze it out. That's the blood. You understand what I'm saying? But it's green. So, red is the life force of us as, as African, living Africans. And so even with that, you could look at the Egyptian and see that, the African representation of symbolically the sun and the blood is across the African world. It don't matter whether you're in Papua New Guinea, don't matter whether you're in Brazil. You see right here yellow, and you see the vibrant color of yellow. It has a calming effect on people. You're not you use a coward, and you know what I'm saying. And many times, if you get ill, many instances they'll show you with a yellow face or a green face, because that's evident. Those things that, being that we're the two extremes on the planet, that the things that are good for us is necessarily not good for them. So many times when you think about the sun and how that shit, penetrate their skin, those things that are grown by the sunlight, such as vegetation and shit, it possesses that UV, it possesses the energy of the sun, and if they eat that shit, it gives their ass cancer from the inside. No different than if the sun hit their motherfucking skin on the outside. Okay, that's just real motherfucking talk. Okay, that's just like a poison. You could put it, and it'll tell you don't put it on your skin. So imagine if you took that same poison and put it in a glass of water and drunk, it ain't gonna do. It's gonna do you nonetheless. It's gonna do you. It's any poison. If it's poison to the out, it's poison to the in. That's just real motherfucking talk. If you can't put it on your skin, and a lot of things don't get on the skin. If you don't get it in the eyes or any of that shit. So if it tell you don't get it in your eyes and this, that, and the third, don't get it on your skin. Imagine if you take that same shit and you drink it. You already know the reality of that. So because the sun is a cancerous mechanism on the European skin, it does them the same way on the inside. So anything, and that's why they have to biologically manipulate that goddamn food, because they in there taking out that shit that gives them cancer. That's real motherfucking talk. Okay. And so here you see, Osiris as a blue, and we went over that blue. You understand? That's that light blue we was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Which is also a calming blue. That is more like a calming water. If like when you listen to water and it gives you a calm when you meditate. A lot of times they put on the movement of the ocean or whatever. And so that's what that blue is for, to give you a calming effect. And so with the yellow, and you see the sun up there is also yellow. Sometimes they show it red, sometimes they show it yellow. So they show you that's the golden one, and Isis is the gold, and showing that she's the daughter of Ra. She's the daughter of the sun. And you can see even his crown, and his crown is given unto him by his father, because Osiris' father is Ra. Okay, his father is Ra. Okay, or whether it was Geb, but in some stories it was also Ra. Okay, it was also Ra. And so you see right here, Ptah. You understand when we speak of the goat, and he'll have a black face. I can still show you one where he has a. Wait a minute, let me bring that one up. Let me bring that one up quickly, because I did that one. You know what? I might not be able to, because I think I had that one over there on my M Hotel one. You know what I'm saying? I think I had that one over there on my M Hotel, and I would have to bring that up. But even right here, when you see, this is King Tut. You know what I'm saying? After he's trying, he's become divine. You see, he's black. You understand what I'm saying? He has passed over into a mentor, and he's drinking from the udder of Heru, his sacred mother, his divine mother, Heru. And you can see she's gold. So that represents the highest form of solar divinity. So black and gold, black is the premier, showing that you come from the dark matter, the black matter of the universe. Even the sun is born through the womb of the black hole. So those particular colors, black and gold, are the two primary colors of cosmic divinity, black and gold. And the gold representing the sun, because in order for you to see anything in the universe, then the sun had to come through the black womb of Nu. Okay, and that's where and so those two particular colors are almost synonymous, when showing primordial divinity. You know what I'm saying? Let me bring this back down. That's right here. You see Ra. You know what I'm saying? You see him gold and you see him black. You see what I'm saying? And these are the primary colors. The gold symbolic that, because Amun is the supreme deity of all deity. The gold is to show you that he's the solar divine king of the cosmos. And the black is to show you that he's of black matter and that all things come from black matter, even the sun. Even the sun comes up out of the black womb of the black hole, which is the womb of the great goddess, cosmic goddess, the black goddess Nu, who we call the queen of the heavens. Okay? And so let me come back down. And here, right here, you see right there, Tut, King Tutankhamun, he's riding on the back of the Black Panther. Okay, the Black Panther is symbolic of the black matter of the universe. That's what it's symbolic. And he is riding on the back. He's the sun. And this is symbolic of when the sun sets and it travels through 12 hours a night. You see what I'm saying? So this is the travels of the sun through the 12 hours a night. But the Black Panther, so even before the comic book Black, we had already deified the Black Panther. You see what I'm saying? That's symbolic of Nu. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to see the Black Panther is also a symbol of the black woman. You know what I'm saying? That is the goddess Nu. Okay? So again, we're seeing that cosmic connection. So when you see yellow, and then you see the European talking about it mean coward, and you see yellow and it mean coward, and you know what I'm saying? It means something sick or whatever. We cannot attack because we will lose our divinity if we listen to that dumb shit that he talking about. You know what I'm saying? We got to understand we're dealing with a barbaric motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They done pissed me off, and I'm liable to peel their motherfucking skin off their back now. Because I'm just, I try to do PG-17, which is still very ferocious on a motherfucker. But these bitches gonna make me go to full-fledged raw with the red, fiery motherfucking unrelenting, fire, you know what I'm saying, to come down and burn motherfucking meat off of their bones. You understand? As they walk on these motherfucking sidewalks. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel. But, when you're talking about gold and you're talking about yellow, in many instances, it's solar divinity. It's showing cosmic kingship. It's also a calmness. You understand? It's also a friendly amongst brothers and sisters and amongst family. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said, that's a negative for European because you understand he has no attachment to the sun. So anything that comes from him is unfiltered and erratic. If you don't have an antenna, which you don't, because the antenna is the melanin, you can't you got to have the melanin, and then your hair, which is in the spiral, and we break down what an antenna is. I guarantee you all antenna, majority of are in spiral. And so if you don't have no antenna, you don't have no melanin, which is the conductor of cosmic energy. It's a transmitter and a receiver of cosmic energy. Just as you receive it, you can also send. You can put your thoughts into the universe. You understand? But you still got to move your feet and your hands on a physical plane to help bring about that reality. The thoughts and the energy that you put out will help, push you to, it's like a wind, like a sailboat. And you put that sail up there, the wind will help carry you where you're going. And so that energy, that frequency you put is almost like a sailboat, but you got to put the sail up there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You got to put the sail on the boat so that it can pick up the frequency. And so the sail is your movement on the physical plane. You know what I'm saying? Doing what's necessary. And as you doing and putting down what you need, that energy gonna catch the wind, the sail of your movement and your energy, and gonna help propel you to your destinations, to your you know to your what's the word I'm looking for? It start with a objective. You know, help propel you to your objective. Okay, and so let me come back down here. You know what I'm saying? Again, that's a nice one too. You know what I'm saying? Where you see, Tutankhamun riding on the back of the cosmic black matter of the universe, which we call the God is new, and he's the son. That's his mother. You understand what I'm saying? And them Arabs destroyed that statue right there. It was over in the Cairo Museum. I'm gonna have to do a more thorough video on that because a lot of people don't understand that them Arabs is over there destroying. And when Egypt had that revolution over there, about 8 7 8 years back, they went up in the Cairo Museum and destroyed a lot of shit. And that's just proof positive that they don't see that as their ancestors at all. Because if they thought that was them and they thought that was their ancestors, they would love it. They would venerate it. They would pay homage to it. But the fact that they go over there and destroy our ancestors' shit is proof positive that they know it don't belong to them. Okay, let me come on down. So I'll get back on down here to this y'all. So, I couldn't show you, where Ptah's face is black because Ptah is the creator of the universe. You understand what I'm saying? So when we say the all in all, when we talk about the all in all, that's the creator. That means all things that exist is of the creator. And if it's not, you understand what I'm saying? Then it's a mutation of something, and that's the balance of the universe. Also, you got natural and unnatural, and that which is unnatural is slated for extermination in the realm of the cosmic creation. It's slated for creation because the only thing that's eternal is that which is connected to the cosmos and connected to. If you're not connected, you're slated for extermination. You see what I'm saying? So when we dealing with Tutankhamun. You understand what I'm saying? And he's become the living son. When you see him with the gold sarcophagus, he's the living son. He has become Ra in the afterlife. You know what I'm saying? We're a son of Heru. The Heru. And so you Heru on the throne. You're the living Heru. You understand what I'm saying? The Heru is also symbolic of the sun. And you can see right there on his beard, down there you see turquoise. I believe that's turquoise. That is. And so you see the red and you see the different colors of the ancient Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? And so we'll go over and you can look down on his to the right, you look down on his bracelet, you see the red and you see the turquoise, and then you see one of those dark greens in there. You know what I'm saying? And you see the black. So long before, red, black, and green was already our colors. You can and then a representation of him to the right, you see the green postiche, which is his beard. So you see the green there, and then on the other one you see the light turquoise blue. You know what I'm saying? So these is the very vibrant and we got to learn it because if our ancestors put them combinations together like that, it was for a reason. Nothing that the ancient Egyptians did was by chance. So right there is some that you need to take, and keep all of that and make sure you study why why would our ancestors do that? What is these color combinations about? You know what I'm saying? Because many times those are formulas and medicines and shit. You need this and you need that and you need this. You know what I'm saying? To purify the body and purify, certain, diseases and shit, or detox from certain frequencies and that our ancestors knew that in these days and time that we would be up against, because they knew frequency. They knew frequency. I'm gonna tell you, when you look and you see right here, when you see the sun coming down, and I'm gonna show y'all something. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna show you today. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna deal with it. I don't want to give up too much information at one time. It'll be information overload. So when you see that sun coming down, it's rays, but it's also energy. They also understand electromagnetic energy. They also understand solar energy, which they put in these solar, plates on their houses and shit. Our people been knew that. Okay, they been knew that. We got to be real. They're just coming into understanding what it is, but it's already been here. The Africans was celebrating and worshiping the sun, study in a solar continent. You know what I'm saying? So it's really ridiculous that we believe that somehow these people is inventing something that we didn't already know about. They just got a hut with a goddamn doorknob on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And our people was building to the goddamn sky damn near 100,000 years ago, and took damn near probably 300,000 years to develop to that point. So we've been here too long for us to be underestimating, who we are. So you can see right here that, that our people's understood, and you can see where the sun hit, right there on the pineal gland. But you see the king cobra coming out from the pineal gland, and you can see one hand with the ump, and it's going up under the nostril. You understand what I'm saying? Providing life. That's atmosphere. You understand when you talk about the sun? So that's life. So all that spirit that you talking about, that's the spirit. Your spirit is connected to the cosmic spirit. It's not one and the same. When you breathe, you continuing to invigorate the spirit inside of you with with an extension of the cosmic spirit. When you breathe in and out, you know what I'm saying? You breathing in spirit. You breathing in, and that's why they out here with all this shit in the sky, all this shit to block you. Not just to block the sun, but to block you also. You understand? It's not just blocking, because their ass is still burning. It's also blocking you from making a connection with the universe. You understand what I'm saying? If they putting all that, this also blocking you. It's blocking the vegetation. You understand what I'm saying? It's blocking the vegetation from getting what it needs from the sun and from the cosmos. It's fucking up the frequencies. You understand what I'm saying? They're putting a dome over the planet where the sun is not the premier provider of energy and shit. They letting all these other towers and shit and all this become the premier provider of energy. So you're not getting the cosmic connection. You getting that 5G and all that other shit connection. And that way they bypass the cosmic energy, and then they implant in your fucking head whatever they choose. Because again, we know they studying frequency. Anytime you go get a brain scan, and they got all, and I'm gonna go right down all the shit where they scanning your ass. When they scan you, they looking at a monitor, and you can see the electric wave that go across the monitor. And so they'll put you in one of those machines where they got a visual, and you looking through even that shit where you put on a damn what's that shit? It's almost like a Vextrex and shit, where you put that shit on your eyes and you go in the motherfucker and they have sex. You understand what I'm saying? You having sex with an image coming through the fucking, I forget the name of the thing you put over your head, and you looking into it, and they say that shit, so real to them motherfuckers, man. They in there, coming to a climax off of some visual shit, because they know the frequency, they know where to aim it at, they know where, they done study all the emotions, they done studied all the frequencies, they done study all, and they know how to intertwine them. And that's what their helix is about. It's not just knowing what, but it's cohesively Just like when they go to war, they bomb them all, boom, 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 and then they come in with the truth, do, 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 do. Then they come in with this, that, and the third. They do it in waves. And one lead is a cohesiveness in how they deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at even that type of technology, you understand what I'm saying? Now, where you can put the mask on and this, they got it now where that shit is Wi-Fi on that particular G5 frequency. The little weak Wi-Fi shit you got now, that shit is shut down. And the other shit is shut down too with the right situation. Just like I said, the trees block that 5G and probably block the other shit too. That's why they have to cut down so many goddamn trees. You know what I'm saying? So we already know the trees is on our side. You know what I'm saying? So let me come back up here. Nah, let me come back up here. So we also understand that the lion is yellow. Not just this particular lion that is gold, but the lion is also yellow. So again, that's significant because you're talking about royalty. You understand? I don't know what the fuck they doing on this one, but I tried to get a guy. Let me get that shit out of there. Them two look like two lions. Motherfuckers in there, on some crazy shit. So we understand that the lion is yellow. It is yellow. Yeah, it got some other colors in there, but the primary color of the lion is yellow. So again, that's showing kingship. And that's why the lion, the hornmacket or the sphinx, you understand what I'm saying, was used as a symbol of the pharaoh. You understand what I'm saying? Which is also symbolic of Ra. You understand what I'm saying? The greatest king of the animal kingdom. Regal, a fierce warrior. You understand what I'm saying? And so, and look what Europeans did. You know what I'm saying? They attach yellow to cowardness. So even when you go watch The Wizard of Oz, the lion was the one who was a coward, who who needed, what did he needed courage because he was a coward. You know what I'm saying? So it's totally the opposite of who we are and what we perceive with as yellow. So when you put on yellow, it's a vibrant color. I like yellow. You know what I'm saying? I like yellow. I fucks with yellow. You know what I'm saying? When you want to be calm and you want to be more cultural, you know what I'm saying? You thinking culture. You thinking knowledge. You know what I'm saying? When you put yellow on, you ain't really trying to be overly aggressive. You ain't trying to really. You're trying to be open to spirit, wisdom, and knowledge. You know what I'm saying? When you put yellow on, you calming. You trying to be, you ain't trying to attract no negativity or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so here it says, this is what they say. Yellow shines with optimism. I'm in agreement, enlightenment, and happiness. Beams of gold and yellow carry the promise of a positive future. I'm all right with that. Yellow instills energy, open communication, and that's what I said. Dealing with the books, the wisdom and shit. When you put that yellow on, you put some cold, put your beads on top of it, and you ready to go shit. You ready to go deal with some knowledge. Nigga, even if it's going out to the store, you going to a cultural store, even if it's just window shopping, going to study some stones, going to look through some book, going to the bookstore, going to the museum, or just going outside. It's more of an outside color, attaching yourself to, nature. Like on the summer day, you want to be naturals. That means you get your books, you get your fruits and shit, you go out and you read and shit. And you really don't want no negativity. Not just negative, you don't want no aggressive energy. Red could be like, nigga, I'm about to tear your head off. In a positive way. Don't mean negative, but that means you turning up. You know what I'm saying? Orange is another, but orange is more laid back than yellow. red, yellow, and orange are reflections of the sun. But when you look at the orange, it's more it's a calming effect, but it's more of a fall like color. You know, you see the leaves turn orange. So it's a laid back, and it can also be about wisdom, but it's a more uh veiled wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Because you understand fall is coming in and this, that, and the third. And so, people in the fall tend to, come in a little bit, from the outside. So you start, coming in and being a little more in, hidden, and not necessarily hidden, but more detached from the outside. But it's still a reflection. It's like when the sun getting ready to set, you see that orange sun and it's setting, and you see the backdrop. You know what I'm saying? It's still fiery, but it's going down. So it's a semblance of being somewhat veiled. You about to go in. You might want to do your reading on the inside today. It's no less about knowledge. Orange and yellow is both about wisdom. One, yellow is more of midsummer, vibrant, and then orange is more of that fall sun where you're gonna do a little more study inside in your house, you know what I'm saying? And that's all that means, And so here again you see yellow is to them symbolic. And so here we see Tutankhamun. You see, this is his Ka statue. Now, when someone is dead and they try to say black means death because they ignorant of who we are, and we don't, now that our teachers have awakened us to that reality, when you see that the left foot forward, that means this is what the individual looks like in life. If you see the 2 feet are together and they side by side together, that means one is DC has passed on. You understand what I'm saying? So the Ka statue is a reflection of who is as close to who you are when you was alive. And so, many of these Africans was actually black, even though black is the color of highest divinity. So if you go through the hall of Ma'at and you pass the weighing of the heart, you become as Osiris. You become of highest divinity. And so you become black to become one with the cosmic black matter of creation, just like Ptah. You become divine. So it has nothing to do with death because all the deities of ancient Egypt were painted black. Ptah, men, and men is an erect phallus who is Amen is the god of fertility. So that right there dispels that. And again, I done heard, written where white people have written where they know that black means just like the silk of Ethiopia, fertilizer, fertile soil. That's what it means. So they know what time it is. But with they racist ass, they can't accept the fact that we are the children of the cosmos. Okay. And so again, we look at Tut, and you see right there, Akhenaten as what? As the lion. And you see the color in the back too. What is the color of the stone? The color of the stone is yellow. So when you look at the pyramids, you're looking at yellow. You understand? And then you got also, if they didn't use the yellow granite, they used the red granite. So when you're looking at the 2 most used stones of ancient Egypt, it was the yellow granite and it was the red granite. Okay, so right there, even when you're talking about yellow, you're talking about most of the temples, you're talking about most of the pyramids. You know what I'm saying? So, this is a different reality than you, and even on that one, you see the sun hit Akhenaten, where at? Right there on his pineal gland, and then you see that going what? Right up under the nose. So that right there lets you know this is how you exist. That's life. You cannot exist without that cosmic connection to the sun, and you cannot exist without that breath that renewal of cosmic spirit that's in you, the spirit that's in you that keep you alive. That's an extension of the greater cosmic spirit. You understand? That's why when you breathe in and breathe, it's a renewal. You understand? And when you die is when you no longer breathe and you're disconnected from those elements. And so you got a living one that, yes, he taking in some of the oxygen, and that ain't doing him too good either. But that pineal is most definitely dysfunctional. You know what I'm saying? And with that, that's bringing on, a form of dis-ease that he cannot turn back. You know what I'm saying? He cannot turn that back, and he's slated for extinction, and he knows that. His numbers has went down so damn low that he done went into the laboratory to try to, stay on this planet. He's artificially inseminating and shit, and this, that, and the third, because nature is not on his side. Okay, and again, you look in here and you see the gold, and you can see that star, and you know that the sun is also a star, but yet and still, it also shows that there's other star. Nothing is going to produce that melanin but the sun. So but there's other solar bodies, cosmic bodies that have a connection to who we are, because we are of the, just like the black matter. The black matter that you see out there in the universe is the carbon. We are a carbon-based creation, and we also have the melanin. So all of that is lesser forms, yet it's still all connected. So there's also other stellar stars and planets that have a relationship to us, as being, children of the cosmos. We had that information, but through the conquest of our civilizations, a lot of that information has been burned. When they burnt up our scroll, they burnt up, could have been hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years of research. And because they had no place in that research and information, they destroyed it. Okay. And you see right there that gold is a conductor of electricity. You understand what I'm saying? It is a conductor. A lot of these electronics are gold plated. Okay. And so I answer, and we see this. We see the solar energy today. We see that the Egyptians was banging out gold into some of the most exquisite. And you mean to tell me you don't understand? And then, I'm reading this one book. I got to get the book. Damn, where's that book? Here, right here. And I'm going to show it to y'all. It's called the Ankh, African Origins of Electromagnetism. And I see these Europeans out here trying to steal, our teachers' works. And it's by Nur Ahmed. Okay, Nur Ahmed. You should have that book. This is like one of them books that you must have on your goddamn. If you ain't got this, nigga, you bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show it to you. The Ankh, African Origins of Electromagnetism by Nur Ahmed. You need to if you can, go to a black bookstore and get your books. If you can. You know what I'm saying? Many black bookstores are closing down, but even if you online, try to buy it from a black bookstore. They're a black bookstore. Quit buying your books from anybody. They stealing the fucking economic platform from our booksellers and our bookstore. Quit doing that. That's what the fucking frequency I'm talking about. We have no connection to one another. We just go buy it and shit. It's not enough to just buy it above. No, get the book from a black, so that way we are connected. We are passing that energy on to one another. And they support it, you support it, and we look out for one another. And so we see that the gold, everything out here now is gold plated. And they say the pyramids was tipped with gold, as we see this, and many other things was tipped with gold. You understand what I'm saying? And so do you understand? And some of that, jewelry that they create, you know what I'm saying? They say electricity to make, some of those cuts, and how they created that down, the particular I don't know if it's the thinness of the gold or whatever jewelers know better than I know, and I'm gonna look it up. But you need electricity, to craft that that gold and shit, and some of them stones, and you know what I'm saying. You know the cuts on them is so goddamn exquisite that you can't do that shit with just anything. You know what I'm saying? You need some, you know, in today's world, they understand you primarily in order to cut granite like that, you need some of the hardest damn, you know, you diamonds and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you talking about how's our people's doing this shit to such exquisiteness. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna tell me our people didn't have these type of tools and electricity and this, that, and the third? That's unbelievable. When you look at the pyramid, if they could put that pyramid there, which is the greatest construction that ever been produced on the planet, they could do any motherfucking thing. I'm just gonna be real. When I went to that pyramid, I said, man, I couldn't even believe it. I didn't even know the only, you know what? Anybody to go to the pyramid, the Great Pyramid, for the first time and see it, I'm gonna tell you what the fuck they say. Damn. That's all they gonna say. Damn. That's all you can say. This, you know what? My mind registered to me. It was so damn magnificent. You know, I say this shit is impossible. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, man, this shit is impossible. How did I, you know what I'm saying? That's what it make, but that show you how advanced our people were when they working in their own cosmic consciousness. You will never achieve anything near that. You understand? You can't even open up a goddamn candy store or a goddamn a little corner store and operate it on any level. You understand? Today, you know what I'm saying? On that, and without, you know, with the level of consciousness we on today, so you know, you ain't gonna go to that extent, let alone reach for some damn pyramids. So that's how I know we fucking off and we talking this talk, but we ain't ready to walk the walk. If you ain't ready to get this beast up off your back, get these erratic free the earth, nigga. Free the earth. Get these goddamn clouds and all this poison. Niggas got all type of asthma and goddamn sinuses and shit. Niggas never had that. That come with all this poison and shit they put not just on in the air, which is all the chemtrail, but it's also all this shit that they spraying on that food. You know what I'm saying? All them chemicals and all them insecticides and shit. It's not just stuff that it's on. It's all of that. Plus the frequencies. They're working a number on us. We is totally disconnected. We've been blocked on all levels. This motherfucker got to go. That's just all it is to it. He got to go. So when you look at many of your chords, and even when I was getting, you know, you get the gold plated chords. You know what I'm saying? Wait a minute. I got some more. I think I got some more. You know, that connect to your electronics. You know, wait a minute. Come on up, family. Wait a minute. We about there, family, because we're gonna continue on. This is just an introduction. You know what I'm saying? Here goes some right here. Where they tipping all these, you know, whether you even the brothers who got them sound systems. Niggas know they getting them, you know, they getting that gold tip, you know, wiring and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So gold is a conductor. The element gold is soft, malleable, and gold good conductor of electricity. You see what I'm saying? And so even when you go into some of this is redundant, and I'm not going to, you know, because we basically understand what yellow is. We understand that it's solar divinity. We understand that it's cosmic kingship. We understand that our people was called Nubians, which we are children. You know, the people, the golden race. And so when you say Nubians, you that translate to golden race. Golden race. And and because we are children of the sun. We are children of the sun, and it was the Nubian deposits and, you know, gold mines. The majority of all the gold mines of the Nile Valley were primarily in Nubia, which today is modern Sudan. Okay, that's where the Egyptians got the majority of their gold. So we are of gold. We are a people of gold. You understand what I'm saying? We, the Nubians, crafted many of the great Egyptian sarcophages, statues, jewelry. The Nubians did that. So we are solar divinity. We're cosmic kingship. We are the golden race. If Nubian mean golden race and gold is yellow, that explains it all. That explains it all. We can't let them people tell us that gold, and I'm gonna show you that on our way out. And so you see right here where the the Nubians right there, those are gold, and you can see the pile. If you look all the way in the front, you see in the second row, you see a pile of gold, and then you see the rings. You know what I'm saying? The Nubians is bringing down the gold to the Egyptians, and so this was a beautiful relationship. You know what I'm saying? Our people was one. Egypt and the Nubians are one people. You know what I'm saying? Different areas, different district, unique in many instances, and very, very similar in a whole lot of others, but united in a Nile Valley brotherhood, sisterhood, knowing that the Nile Valley is one, and in and people don't understand that every time that the Egyptians went to war, the Nubians was damn near the core of the infantry. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to the outsiders attacking Egypt, the Nubians always rose up to defend their brother and sisters in Egypt. That's reality. That's reality. About the storm out here, I see. And so I'm gonna come down here and I want to show this right here too. We see it also. Again, I show you in the Naga Kush and over there where the pyramid that the science is one and the shine. You understand what I'm saying? It's one. And when you see the gold, even in the Naga Kushite, it's symbolic of solar divinity. You understand? Because it was our brothers, the Naga and sisters of the Naga Kush, that came from the Nile Valley that took the same science. You understand? You don't go nowhere and see, no negativity. But then when you come and you dealing with the European, it means coward, and then it means sickness to them also, where it says I'm on sick leave and got the yellow up there. You see what I'm saying? See what it mean to them? So there's no way you gonna look through the eyes of a European and never find your divinity. Y'all got to come fuck with me on Patreon. Y'all got to, cause I'm revealing too much. You know what I'm saying? In the way that I need to reveal, I'm revealing a whole lot, and they not liking that. You know what I'm saying? They not liking what the fuck the general is dropping. Going over there is right down in the description. Make sure y'all subscribe to my Naga Suten Ra. It's also in the description. But y'all be prepared, to stay connected to because it ain't no stopping. Ain't no stopping the general. I'm teaching, and that's all the fuck I'm gonna do. So stay with me. Go to pay, and believe me, I'm about to hire my Patreon up. You're gonna be well satisfied. I appreciate anything you could do. If you go over there, it'll be level. I most definitely got to look out for my family that look out for me. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be levels, but it's gonna always be something for you on that Patreon. And I'm gonna also do once a month one hard body lecture. Not this hard. You understand what I'm saying? But right here, I'm only giving a few. When I'm doing that hard body lecture, y'all might see 200 slides. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I don't have to be pressed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm dealing with one particular subject. But when you get that hard body lecture, you might have probably 15 videos worth of information in one lecture. You know what I'm saying? And so you most, and so that's a more, that's a more exquisite display of what the general, that's just like if I pulled up in your city. You know what I'm saying? I would be most definitely pushing through, you know what I'm saying? But for that, I'm giving up a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? And for that, the more I go up and dropping them jewels, because shit, you could be so astonished at what I can show into. You might see 200 slides. You know what I'm saying? Of exquisite shit. And and I really put it together because I know that's my, every level, I always give it my all. But when it comes to them heavy lives. I'm going to my primordial, pinnacle. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just really just showing the fuck out on who the general is. So make sure you get over there, and it ain't gonna be no different as if you pay for a motherfucking live stream, any other time. But you gonna get I might come on at any time. So I'm gonna most definitely go over to the Patreon. And I've been doing, I ain't really been putting nothing up particular on Patreon. I'm just letting family know I'm working on these two pages, but now I see how to operate it. So I'm putting information directly on Patreon. And if you're not a patron, you're not going to be able to get that particular information. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be on a level where ain't no other goddamn, no other, YouTube or nothing else. They ain't going to want to carry that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to ban that shit right on up off of there. And so Naga Suten Ra is all, and the Naga News Network. Those two, Naga News Network, Naga Suten Ra. Make sure you subscribe to them, cause especially the Naga Suten Ra, because it's already ready. It's been up there for a minute. The Naga News Network, I'm gonna have to work on that, and I'm gonna have to bring that up from the bottom. But the Naga Suten Ra, go and motherfucking subscribe to that Patreon. Go on and subscribe to that to fucking day, because it's going down with the general. All right. And so you see right here, I'm gonna end with these two. You know what I'm saying? You see right there, what is that? That's the sunflower. But that's symbolic of what? That's symbolic of the sun being born through the black hole. That's what it is. That's symbolic of the sun being born through the black hole. So that's most definitely one of those creations that the cosmos put down here as a reminder for those that's connected, not for those that disconnected. If you don't know the sun was born through the black womb of the universe, you wouldn't be able to make that connection. But now that you're aware of that, you know exactly what it is, that is the black. And matter of fact, not only is that, most people don't know that the surface of the sun is also black. But I'll deal with that on another time. What you see is the gases that's on the outside of the surface. It's not on the surface that's on the day. When you see a black spot on the sun, that's the surface. That's the surface. So the sun is black. You better wake up. You better wake up. And again, that rich honey, that honey bee, where that honey bee? I want to show the little honey bee. Here you go. Wait a minute, that the honey bee? Yeah, that's the honey bee. I like showing the bee. You understand? Because we even got the bee in the hieroglyph. We even got the bee in the hieroglyphic. So you see the pollination. You understand what I'm saying? The nectar. You understand the honey producing that rich honey, which is also gold. And then you got this motherfucker over here. Any sickness and shit is yellow. And maybe he needs something. Matter of fact, he can't do nothing with that. You know what I'm saying? That stringent lemon. You understand what I'm saying? But here it is, that rich honey, that golden elixir. You understand what I'm saying? That's good. It's good for the body. If it's natural, it's good for the mind. It's good for the body and the mind. So don't let these people disconnect you from your divinity. Go over this again and again. If you got a computer, take the time to start anything. Anytime you internet, you see a particular color and it got something to do with African people, African culture, drop it in the blue, drop it in the green. And over a period of time, you will begin to collect, and then you will learn the frequency. Once you collect enough, you will understand the frequency, certain stones of that color. So when you get them stones, you already know, and you can energize the stones to your consciousness based on all of the Africanness you collected under that color. You got the power of the stone. But if you sit up there listening to some other motherfucker tell you about it, you don't know what the fuck to do. Nigga, you up there just jaw jacking. So I want y'all to empower each other, empower yourself. Let me make sure y'all see the cover of this book. I'm on my way out of here. Where we at? I'm back in my chat. What's going on? This the book right here. And I'm about to get out of here because it's about to start storming in this motherfucker. Straight up. About to start. So this is the book right here, The African Origins of Electromagnetism by Nur Amen. You know what I'm saying? There you go right there. Get that book, enlighten yourself, and go deeper. This is just an introduction. It's a very powerful introduction, but when you dig into it, your mind gonna open up, and the colors and the gold, and you start learning elements. That's geology. You all that shit they think they learning. You learning it at the crib on a high level because you loving the deal. Most of them motherfuckers would never take that class because they don't want to take it. But when you study the stones, you studying geology, you studying geography, you studying topography, you studying electric technology and frequency technology. You going on a level that no average, not even motherfuckers in college is going on. So continue to educate yourself. Nobody can educate you but you. I love you. Thank you for being here today. This is the General Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Pop.